Welcome to Earthworm's Bottomless Cowboy Hat. I am your faithful host, Earthworm in Cowboy Hat. And with me again today is my co-host,
the unreputable CheeseCoat MacTafferson.
And we are back for yet another show, which I'm sure everybody's excited about. Today's show is sponsored by Cheap Cheaters. Are you stuck in high school and the only way you're going to pass that pesky algebra test is to cheat, but you're afraid to get caught? Call Cheap Cheaters and let us cheat for you. With your written permission, we will assume your identity, undergo a lengthy plastic surgery to look just like you, and attend your class and cheat for you, all while you're at home in your pajamas watching daytime TV without a care in the world. Oh, but we don't stop there. Are you looking to cheat on your spouse, but afraid you'll get caught? Call Cheap Cheaters and we'll cheat for you while you're cozied up on the couch with your spouse watching Netflix like there's not a care in the world. She'll have no idea. Call Cheap Cheaters today for an extra low price and let's cheat together. So for those of you who got to check out our show last week, we had a special, what we thought was a special guest, Jimothy K. Whitwaller. He was the one of the original members of our band during our debut album. We had him back after 15 years or so, kind of caught up with him. The show is one thing, but what happened after the show is a completely different story. Cheese, you wanna start this?
Yeah, well, he, first of all, he's trying to weasel his way back in, is what's happening. I mean, I know I got a couple messages from him trying to latch onto our success.
Yeah, he's been calling and leaving messages nonstop on both of our phones. It's almost like he thinks he's part of the show now. He's shouting off all these ideas that we don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, and I don't know if you got it too, but he sent me like 3 or 4 tracks he's been working on that they were just terrible.
They were. Yeah, actually, those tracks, he started sending those out after we had to actually file a lawsuit because we saw he had released a CD called Converse 5 with the N capitalized, and it was they were covers of our biggest songs, and he had no permission. That album has been deleted from all the sites, and we did have to take out a restraining order on him because he clearly just does not know when to stop.
No, he didn't. I mean, I thought it'd be nice to have him on after 15 years, and now I wish we would have waited another 15 years to have done that.
It'll probably be another 15 years before we have that psycho on again.
Yeah. So if we're still a 2-piece, he has not weaseled his way in, just to assure our listeners.
Yeah, they have nothing to worry about.
Nothing at all. Except that he might kill us, something like that. But other than that, I mean, our fans are safe, at least.
At least. Geez, what do you got today? What are we going to be covering here?
Well, we're going to be covering a lot of good stuff. First of all, we have animal battles. So that's a new segment on our show. We're going to pair up 3 sets of 2 animals and discuss who we think would win in a fight between them. And I will also be exclusively here. We have February's weather update. So I will cover what February is going to look like weather-wise. So you'll hear it here first. So you can plan accordingly. If you have plans, say February 24th. Well, this is the only place you'll be able to find out if you can go cycling on that day like you wanted to do all year long. Yeah.
Of course, we'll have Song of the Week a little bit later as well.
Yeah, it's time to go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I didn't know if you want to get these animal battles going here, huh?
I do. I think that's what everyone's here for, so let's not leave them waiting.
And we got animal battles, where we take sets of animals, pair them up against each other, talk about which one would win and which one would lose. First up, we're gonna pair up a penguin versus a sloth.
You know, you don't really see them fight too much on nature documentaries.
No, I would say a sloth has the high ground because you know they hang out in the trees. Penguins seem to be kind of quick, and although they can't fly to get the sloth, I mean they're quick when they slide around.
They are. And it's also going to matter here too. I guess we really didn't specify where these battles are taking place, because that can make a world of difference. You know, if you're talking the frozen tundra of Antarctica, you know, the penguins obviously have the upper hand. But if you're talking the jungles of South Africa, then I think, you know, the sloth will be the winner. I think, you know, in this one, though, that's the thing. Sloths can be caught off guard. They're obviously very slow and, you know, don't really have a mean bone in their body, whereas penguins, I think, can get those slappers going, get those fins going, and really do some damage. I mean, personally, for me, I would pick the penguin, I think, in this battle.
I'm going to have to agree with you. Sloth, they ain't got nothing on penguins.
Yeah, they really don't. They weren't really built to survive, I don't think. It makes me wonder why they even exist, honestly. But, you know, they're not really cute. They're not fast. They're just kind of there. So, you know, penguins get the win on that one.
They do. Congratulations, penguin.
Yeah, and we will be making a small donation to the American Penguin Shelter in honor of their win.
All right. Next up for the first annual animal battles, aardvark versus a lilac-breasted roller. Yeah.
I'm assuming the roller's a bird?
It is a bird. Yep, it is a bird. I did find it listed under a list of the stupidest animals that exist.
I assume you also found aardvark on there?
Aardvark actually came from a suggestion from you. I did look up a legit list of stupid animals, and a lilac-breasted roller was on there. Starting to think now, maybe if it's listed on a stupid animal list, it probably doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, very true. Okay, I'm looking at them now. They are pretty. It's a pretty animal. I don't know why they made the list of stupidest animals. That kind of offends me a little bit. No, they're actually very pretty. Anyway, this is.
So hold on. An aardvark is an anteater, or are they two different things?
I think they're two different things, but it does have a big snout.
All right, I'm going to look up a picture of the aardvark here, see what its
yeah, I'm looking up. They're very cute. They do have the long snout. Okay, yeah, it's an anteater.
Okay. Well, I don't know why they have two different names then.
I don't either. They also are known as ant bear and ant pig, which is just kind of weird. But so really, since this one might be a draw, because I mean the roller can attack from the air. The anteater is obviously grounded, but
hey, you know what it also says here? It says here that the aardvark is a nocturnal animal. So unless birds are, you know, chilling at nighttime, we might not actually have a battle that would ever take place.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, these battles were randomized, by the way. We picked these animals and then just used a computer to pair them up, and the computer didn't do a very good job of making logical battles here.
I'm thinking, so we don't offend either species, we should call this one a draw.
Yeah, I think it would be a draw because they both have their, you know, their strengths. But yeah, I mean, the aardvark's going to be asleep while the crested roller or breasted roller is, you know, flying, and then the bird's going to be asleep while the aardvark's out looking for a battle. So yeah, that one, you just can't pick that.
No. So for our final animal battle matchup, we have a leopard versus a cricket. I'm thinking the vast difference in size here might I don't know if it'll play a part or not. I feel like crickets, they're probably small enough where they could slip around a leopard without him knowing and plot something devious.
Exactly. Now, is it just one cricket?
I have cricket listed, so I did not put an S. So we're gonna go with one cricket.
That is one cricket then. I think this one might have to be a draw too, because on paper you look at it and you think, well, the leopard is way bigger. I mean, he has the major advantage, but he really doesn't, because that cricket is so small that he could just blend in with anything and the leopard wouldn't stand a chance. But then the problem is, while the cricket can get in a perfect position to attack, he doesn't really have any tools at his disposal. So I think that would just be a battle that would go on indefinitely.
It would. I feel like a leopard would have an easy time squashing the cricket.
For sure, if he could catch him.
That's true. If he could catch him, he'd have a good shot at squashing him. However, like you said, the cricket, although being able to kind of, slip around unnoticed, he really doesn't have any tools at his disposal to fight.
Yeah, and that's where he falls very well short.
I guess another draw, huh?
Yeah, well, 2 draws.
All right, well, that was Animal Battles.
That was a great bit right there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The trash again.
Oh God, hold on.
Why is the trash
What is
in
that?
the kitchen?
Oh, that's
Every day. I ask you one thing.
Oh.
I'm in the middle. I'm kind of in the middle.
Bring back the trash.
I'm just in the middle of. Can I?
I don't care about your stupid podcast.
Oh God.
Get the trash.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I guess
boy.
I better. Yeah, that was vicious.
Was that your wife?
Yeah, that unfortunately was. Yeah, I better get that trash. I think a good animal battle would be her versus that leopard. That'd be more of a battle here. I got to get this trash. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Well, that is live radio for you. While CheeseCoat is taking out the trash, we're just going to go ahead and do Song of the Week.
Song of the Week! Song of the Week!
Today's Song of the Week is brought to you by the Brain Cult. Operating out of the Location B Terminal Halves, the Brain Cult is currently accepting new participants. Whether you want in or you want in, the Brain Cult will hear you out. To contact the Brain Cult for possible involvement, leave a moldy loaf of bread on your porch. If it has been there for 72 hours, a Brain Cult recruiter will know and will contact you via the dark web _ the Brain Cult 2021 is it. And so Song of the Week this week is another song from our 2020 album Primps. It's called No Hones.
What does Bill Cosby have in common? What does Ross Perot know? What does John Stamos do on Saturday night afternoons? I think it's got to do with a Cosperot Stamos happy birthday. Happy birthday. A Cosperot Stamos happy birthday. No holes. I remember the summer. I remember the summer. Driving to Alaska, living off the land in a Fresca. No hoes! No hoes! Jessica, bathing the turkey under the watchful eye of Mary McMurtry. No hoes! Won't you tell me a story about everybody's favorite Lori Metcalf? Oh, I'll take half. Won't you give me the dirt on the one and only Patrick Stewart? Oh, he's so old and probably past his prime. I'm wondering where to go from here. My fingers on the trigger, babe. We have nothing to fear. Ayuda, perdí mi boca de incendios. Lo tenía guardado en mi mochila. Y ahora no está ahí, al igual que Patrick Stewart.
Well, this is awkward.
I'm back. I finally figured it
thank
out.
God. I was about
Yeah,
to
sorry to leave you waiting. She just, she's usually pretty calm, but every once in a while she just blows a gasket. And
Right.
it was at a very inopportune time, so I apologize to the audience who had to hear that high-pitched wail. That frequency just really makes my brain bleed, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, you just missed Song of the Week. We did No Hones from Primps.
Oh, that's a good one. That's the auto-tune, right? It's got the auto-tune section.
I don't know.
Al fresco.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good pick. We have a new segment that I think people are going to be excited about. Who doesn't love the weather? Anyone?
I don't know anyone who does not like the weather.
Yeah, it's a very useful tool because you got to know what's going on. Otherwise, you can't plan your life around it. So we have a February weather update. You're hearing it here first, an exclusive look at February's weather. So it's going to be a cold February for most of you guys out there. I'm seeing a chance of snow flurries here and there with highs in the pre-teens to late 40s and a cold front moving in that could hit around the middle of the month or that could miss you entirely. It's kind of hard to say for sure this early on. According to the radar, which doesn't reliably stretch anywhere near a month out, there's some snowstorms possible near the end of the 30-day cycle that could bring anywhere from half an inch on up to 4 feet, or it could bring none at all. It's really still, again, too early to tell. There is some good news, though. The sun will shine at least 3 days in February, bringing with it a false sense of warmth as the cold chill will still tear a hole in your brittle bones if you make the mistake of trying to go out and enjoy it. So I guess that news wasn't really good after all. So anyway, buckle in, everyone. February is going to suck. From a weather standpoint anyway, and probably also from a personal standpoint, which we will find out next week when we have legendary short-term psychic Medium Fry on our show to read the February futures of some lucky callers. So call in next week if you want to find out how lucky you're going to be in February, or unlucky, as the case may be. You may die in February, I don't know, but you'll find out next week.
Sounds good. Got anything else to add to the show?
I don't think I do. We were kind of ill-prepared for this one as well.
Once again, seems to be a trend here. We have not been prepared for weeks.
No, it's almost as if we do not take this as seriously as we should.
Right.
Which our manager, Pete Dryrub, is constantly. He's really the only reason we still do this, because he has been hounding us to start a radio show for months now, and he figured it'd be a great way to reach our fan base. But look at this. No listeners there, Pete.
Gosh, I hate Pete Dryrub.
I do too. He really grinds my gears, and he's gotten more and more. He's gotten more controlling throughout the years.
Right.
He started off, he was kind of a chill guy, and I think our success just kind of got to his head, and now he really, he runs our lives. But
right.
To learn the hard way, that Pete Dryrub.
Yes. So I do want to just, before we sign off here, just say that it has been a pleasure doing this radio show. I am announcing my retirement from it. This will be my last episode. Yes, this will be my last episode. I've had a great time. I've had an okay time. I plan to I'm gonna go travel the country with a food cart that I'm gonna pull around and introduce new foods to different places. Chicago, I'm coming to you first. So anyone in Chicago want to check out some food, come see me. I'll be pulling a food cart. I will continue.
Chicago.
Well, there's a special. It's called a German wrap. It's got lettuce, tomato, gorgonzola, and meat in it. So I'm going to be making those fresh and handing them out for free. So
wow,
any kind of
free.
Yeah, any kind of tips will be nice. Anything $10 or over, I'd appreciate. The only way I'm going to be able to keep that business going. So, Cheese, it's been an honor, and I really hope you continue the show.
Well, that's news to me. What about the CD and stuff that we're working on?